Back at it again. Same hat, same sweater, same tee, different week, different list. Hey, I'm Amy and welcome back. It is another countdown of the year 2018 in movies. I still got my tea and it's going to be another chill video and we're going to be counting down my least favorite movies of 2018. This is going to be a slightly shorter video because I have my top 5, but I also have 2 honorable mentions, I guess you can call them. And I don't know if I can consider this a top 5 of anything. It's just, it says top 5 in there just so I can categorize it easier in playlists and stuff. But honestly, these are like my least favorite movies of 2018. It is 2019 now. These are movies I watched in 2018. Which leads me to my first honorable mention is a movie that is not technically a 2018 movie. It is a movie from 2017, but I did not watch it until 2018, and that is Downsizing. I really did not like Downsizing, and I was kind of excited for it when I first saw the trailers. Thought this is a great concept for a movie. I think I went on a huge rant in that video. If you want to see that rant, there is going to be a link in the description or up there, or you can just search that video. You will probably want to see that because I went off on that movie like crazy. I still, to this day, it has been probably exactly a year, maybe a little bit, almost a year, a little bit less than a year since I have seen that movie. And to this day, I will think about that movie and get so irrationally angry. I absolutely hated everything about that movie. And it was so good. It had such a great concept. But yeah, I don't want to get into another rant about Downsizing yet again, because I'm pretty sure I went off on my friends a couple weeks ago talking about that movie. Just out of the blue, just was like, you know what? This movie really pisses me off. So the next one is my only other honorable mention in this list, didn't quite make the list, is Denim Please. This is a very divisive choice for me because every time I've told people I really don't like this movie, they are surprised because they absolutely love this movie. I love Gerard Butler and I expected it to be really great and I was kind of excited for it. Hi, Lou. And I was really disappointed. The action is great, I guess, but the story for me just blew. Like, oh god, it was so bad, and I really wanted it to be so good also. I just wanted it to be a fun action movie, and it did not do that for me. It was just like, honestly, I don't remember much of it, but from what I remember of it, I was bored. There was one really great scene at the very end, but other than that, just didn't cut it for me. So now on to my top 5. My number 5 one is a more recent movie, and a lot of people are probably going to be, why is this movie on your least favorite movies of the year list? Well, you gotta watch my video on it, and if you have talked to me in person about this movie, you will know I'm not a huge fan of it, and I was very excited for this movie. I wanted it to be so good. It is Aquaman. I had this a lot higher than it actually is initially, but after thinking about it, I'm like, you know, this could have been even worse. And it is visually stunning. I absolutely loved what James Wan did with the visuals in this. But, god, man, that story, it lost me completely a couple times, and I could not continue. I mean, I watched the whole movie. I could never walk out of a movie no matter how much I disliked it. But this movie, just the story, the characters, the acting, oh my god, I did not like it. So that's my number 5. It's Aquaman, or as we call it at work, Bro-sided. My number 4 is another superhero movie, and this one is higher up because I hated this one a lot more. This is another movie I went on a rant on in my video. I think a lot of these I went on rants on. I had a rant about them in their respective reviews, but I really did not like Venom. Similar issues with the story and the characters in this movie as I have with Aquaman. But with this one, the action was not great. The action Aquaman, I will give it that. It was fun action movies. There were some great action sequences. The CGI, for the most part, was really good in Aquaman, but in Venom, I wanted it to be better. I wanted the CGI to be... I mean, Venom looks great, but the action, especially when the two symbiotes are fighting, just... I could not figure out what was going on. There were characters did things that I don't know why they were doing them. They were unexplained, and symbiotes were doing things that they said that they shouldn't be doing. Oh god, it was such a mess. And the only good thing that came out of me going to see Venom was the fact that I saw the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer for the first time there, and that is what sold me on going to see that movie. And honestly, I should have put this movie on should have put Into the Spider-Verse on my loves, but maybe it's my most surprising. So now let's go to my number 3. My number 3 is the Happy Time Murders, another rant video I did on that one, I feel like, but this one, wanted it to be so much better. Like, a lot of these, I just wanted them to be so much better, and I wanted this to be kind of like a raunchy Muppet movie. And honestly, I think I had this one at number 1 for a while, but then I realized I really couldn't put it that high, because I knew from the trailers that it probably wouldn't be as good as I wanted it to be. So I'm kind of I don't know what having it up at number 1 would have been like me saying to myself, you thought this movie was going to be much better than it actually was, and much better than you thought it probably would be. But I feel like this was the first movie I ever gave an avoid to, I think. I don't remember, but I remember not liking it at all. I remember forcing laughter while I was in the theater. I was not a fan. And with that said, let's move on to number 2, which was a movie that had an honorable mentions in my most anticipated movies of 2018, and that was A Wrinkle in Time. I was very excited for A Wrinkle in Time because it just felt like it was going to be a movie that harkened back to my childhood, a little bit like, I'd say maybe a little bit like Neverending Story meets The Princess Bride kind of thing. Not necessarily like Princess Bride, but a little bit more like Neverending Story. And it never got there for me. I could not connect with the characters like I wanted to. And I think for me, it just felt more like a movie for a tween girl than it was for me. And I know there was a lot of people who really liked it, and I really wanted it to be good because Ava DuVernay was the director and she's great, but it didn't hit anywhere close for me, and I just could not. I really did not like it at all. And now finally, my number 1 least favorite movie of the year, and this is one that I wasn't surprised by it, but it's still number 1 for me because the Nutcracker holds a really special place in my heart. So when I went to go see the Nutcracker in the 4 Realms, I was like, this could be something great. I was not expecting it to be great because of the trailers. It just did not seem like something that I would enjoy, but I tried my damnedest to enjoy it, and it just did not work at all for me. I absolutely hated every second of it. There were twists in the story that you could see coming, and they were still dumb when they happened. They gave Morgan Freeman 0 things to do. They underutilized that amazing man, and they kind of wrote him in the promotions as being more than what he was. Keira Knightley was atrocious. I absolutely hated Keira Knightley's character, and I hated her voice most of all, and I hated all of her motivations. And I hated the fact that it felt like it was trying to be Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland and failed at it. And they pulled poor Helen Mirren into this, and I liked her character, and they just did not. God, yeah, I don't want to go into another rant about this movie, but it just did not have any of the Nutcracker spirit that I wanted it to have. Even though it tried so hard. But yeah, I'm very sad about that movie. So those are my least favorite movies of the year. Let me know what yours are in the comments down below. I know it's almost halfway, it is halfway through January and I'm still doing this, but you still got one more of these to look forward to in the same outfit with the same tee. It's going to be my most surprising, and it's going to be going up next Tuesday, and it'll be the last one of these, I promise. I'll be done looking back on 2018 after next week. So let me know your least favorite movies of the year in the comments down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really truly do appreciate every single one of you. Let me know who you are in the comments down below, and let's be friends. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe if you're new, because I like talking about things, movies, TV shows, filmmaking, film history, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye!